Hi everyone, I, Mahi Patni, welcome you to this session where we explore Windows and contemporary operating system. Today, we will take a journey through the evolution of Windows, its architecture, and compare it with other operating systems like macOS and Linux. Here is what we will cover: the history of Windows, its core features, comparison with macOS and Linux, and the exciting future trends in operating system development. Now, let us first look into what is Windows. It was first developed by Microsoft, first released in 1985. The latest version is Windows 11. It is one of the most popular operating systems worldwide. It is widely used in schools, offices, and homes, compatible with most of the software and games. Graphical user interface with start menu, taskbar, and file explorer. Strong support for hardware and drivers. Let's start understanding how Windows evolved over time. From 1985 to 1989 was a MS-DOS era, early text-based command line interface. It all began with MS-DOS, a command line interface in 1980s. No windows, no graphics, just pure text commands. But it laid the groundwork for the operating system we use today. The next comes from 1992 to 1995, which is Windows Graphical User Interface. Graphical User Interface revolutionized interaction. Windows 3.1 introducing the Graphical User Interface. User could now use mouse, open windows, and navigate with icons. This revolutionized personal computing. The next comes the era from 1995 to 2001, which is Internet integration. Windows 95 changed the game. The Start menu was born. It brought Internet integration and plug and play hardware support, making it much easier to connect devices. Now, next comes the cloud and modern, that is the modern era. Fast forward to Windows 10. It brought in cloud integration, frequent updates, cross-device functionality, and a unified platform for tablets, PCs, and phones. Now, let's have a look to the core components of the operating system. The first one is the kernel. It is one of the central part of the operating system. At the heart of every operating system is the kernel. Think of it as the brain that communicates between software and the hardware. It manages CPU uses, memory, and control devices. It ensures efficient operations. The next comes the memory management. It allocates and deallocates memory. Memory management ensures all applications get their fair share of RAM, avoiding overlap and maximizing performance. It prevents process interference. It uses virtual memory technique. A virtual memory is neither a software and the hardware. It is an illusion that is created. It optimizes resource users. The next comes the process management. The operating system juggles multiple tasks at once using process management. It schedules and manages processes efficiently. It ensures fair CPU access. It handles synchronization and as well as multitasking. There is a stage of process that is new, ready, running, waiting, termination, and suspended. The next comes the file system. The file system organizes and stores data efficiently. Organizes your data, everything from your photos to apps. It allows secure storage. It also ensures data integrity. It allows quick access whether you are using USB drive or a cloud storage. Now, let's look under the hood of the Windows, its architecture and features. The first come is the anti-kernel, modular and reliable foundation. Microkernel designed with modularity. Registry, centralized database for system and app setting. Centralized configuration database. Device driver, interface between hardware and operating system. Enable hardware communication. User interface, that is also the graphical user interface. Intuitive interface for all types of user. Security features, tools like UAC and window defenders protect user. It also uses firewall. Now, let's have a look to the key strengths of Windows. Now, there would be a question that would be coming in your mind that why is Windows so dominant? Let's break down its key strengths. The first come extensive software compatibility. From legacy apps to modern games, Windows support it all. Windows support a vast variety of applications. This includes legacy softwares as well. Broad hardware support. It runs on a massive range of devices from basic laptops to high-end PCs, compatible to diverse hardwares, and offers flexibility to the user. User-friendly interface. Its familiar look, start menu, taskbar, file explorer makes it easy for everyone to use. Intuitive design simplifies navigation. It is easy to search the things out. Strong gaming ecosystem. Windows leads in gaming with support for DirectX Xbox integration and game mode for performance boost. Dominant performance for PC gaming. Now, let's have a look to the contemporary operating system. The first one is the Mac OS. It was developed by Apple. It was first released in 2001 as Mac OS. Earlier was OS X or Mac OS. The latest version is Mac OS Sonoma. The basic key features that cover up in Mac OS is sleek and polished interface, deep integration with Apple ecosystem, iPhone, iPad, etc. Reliable performance and optimized for Apple hardware based on Unix, making it powerful for developers too. Mac OS is Apple operating system built on Unix, provides stability and security. It leverages powerful Unix utilities. Aqua interface. Sleek, aesthetically pleasing design focuses on user experiences. The next is the integrated ecosystem. Seamless integration with Apple devices. It offers continuity features. The next is the Linux. It was developed by community driven, based on Linux Torvalds kernel. First released in 1991. Popular distribution is Fedora, Debian, etc. The key features of Linux are it is free and open source, highly customizable, strong security and stability. It is community driven, developed and maintained by a global community. Security and stability, known for robustness and high security. Linux is open source and community driven. It's highly secure, used in servers, and incredibly customizable. Open source. Source code is freely available and modifiable. We can easily modify the codes on Linux. Linux offers unparalleled customization and a wide range of distribution. It is ideal for developers and servers. Its open source nature fosters innovation. The next comes the emerging trends in operating system development. AI integration. Smart assistant like Windows Copilot and Mac OS Spotlight use AI to predict users' need. Enhance security. With TPM chips, biometric login, and sandboxed apps, it increases the security of the operating system. Cross-device continuity. Start editing a doc on your phone, finish it on your PC. Seamless experience across all devices. Cloud native operating system. Operating system designed for cloud. Chrome OS is already doing this. Future Windows version might too. Now, let's have a look on the comparison between Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. So, Windows. Windows is dominant and compatible. Windows is the most widely used desktop or operating system globally. It supports a wide variety of both software and hardware. Software availability offers a large library of software, both free and paid, popular for office tools, games, and third party apps. Hardware support works with a broad range of devices and accessories from many vendors, making it ideal for general purpose computing. The next comes the Mac OS. Apple ecosystem integration. Mac OS is tightly integrated with Apple hardware and services, offering a seamless user experience. Design and usability. Known for a sleek interface, intuitive user interaction, and stability. Creative tools. Preferred by professionals in creative fields like graphics, video editing, etc., due to specialized software availability. The next comes the Linux. Open source and customizable. Linux is highly customizable. It's open source, meaning the source code is publicly available and modifiable. Security and developer preferences. It it's considered secure and is often the first choice for developers and system administrators. Distro variety. Many distributions cater to different use cases with varying hardware requirements and user experiences. The next comes the advantages of the contemporary operating system. So the advantages of Windows is Win support a vast range of applications from office suites to high-end games. Gaming, it's the dominant platform for PC gaming with support for the latest graphics technology and titles. Hardware support works on a broad range of devices from various manufacturers. The next comes the contemporary operating system, that is the Linux and Mac OS. Offers smooth integration across Apple devices. Great stability and high-end security make it suitable for professionals and everyday users alike. Linux, highly customizable and secure, ideal for developer and those looking for tailor their OS to specific needs. Offers strong performance, especially in server environment. Now, let's have a look to the disadvantage of the major operating system. First comes the Windows. Security threat. Due to its popularity, it is often targeted by malware, viruses, and hackers. Heavy resource users. Not ideal for older computers as it can be resource intensive. Closed ecosystem. Microsoft restricts system level customization and you can't easily alter core function. Then comes the Mac OS drawbacks. Hardware dependency. Only works on Apple hardware, which can be expensive. Limited upgrades. Upgrading and modifying Apple hardware is difficult or not allowed. Software compatibility. Some software may not be available or compatible. Next is the Linux. Learning curve. Not as beginner friendly. New users may find it confusing. Hardware driver issues. Not all hardware works out of the box. Driver support can vary by distribution. Limited commercial software. Many popular commercial applications are not available natively for Linux. Now let's have a look into the key features and key takeaways and the future outlooks. Windows continue to dominate. Windows remain dominant, continues to evolve with new features. Thanks to compatibility and features. Mac OS is polished and secure, great for creators. Linux, power servers and tech infrastructure loved by developers. The future, more AI, better security, and seamless across computing devices. Operating systems are foundational to computing. They will continue to adapt to new technologies, expect greater intelligence and seamless experiences. Thank you.